Welcome to the Oxford Chamber of Commerce official ribbon cutting for K Block's Barbecue, new here in town. And I'd like to introduce Kendra.
Hi, thank you for having us. I'm Kendra Knobloch. I'm one of the owners. My husband, Brian, to the right of me, is our pit boss. And my brother, Michael, is right behind, along with my son. So we've got a lot of the family members here. Michael does all of our social media, so if you've been lucky enough to see us online, if not, come check us out because the food looks amazing and it tastes even better.
Absolutely. So tell me, how did you end up in Oxford? How did your journey get you here?
Well, it's pretty exciting that we always had our eyes open for a second location because our main location right now is at 31 in Van Dyke, which is technically Washington, although people call it Romeo. But that's a full restaurant, full bar, and we were looking to find something a little on the smaller side, which we did it backward. We went big and then we went smaller. And the nice thing is one of our regulars at our other restaurant, they said they came in and like, we found another location, and this one's even closer to my house. So that was really nice. And Oxford, oh my goodness, your community couldn't be more wonderful. It's really. You know, they say small town charm, and we know that from Romeo, but wow, Oxford, you nailed it. You couldn't have been more welcoming.
Thank you. We try. We're a small town, and everybody knows everybody. So if they like you, everybody's going to like you. So,
which is a good thing.
Yes. And I've tried your food. Your food is fabulous. So I can vouch for that. So what are your hours going to be here?
Our hours, the only day we're closed is Tuesday. That's the big thing to remember. Closed on Tuesday. Otherwise, we open lunch. We're open at 11:30, right?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Wow, I should know that. I'm not usually here during the day. We open at 11:30 for lunch, and we are open till 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock on Sunday.
And do you do any type of like catering for different events or anything?
Oh, catering is amazing. We do everything from graduation parties to bridal showers to weddings. Weddings are huge, and barbecue is still huge with wedding venues.
And what are like how long a lead time do you need for that?
Depending on the size of your party, normally we really only need a 2 to 3 day leeway.
Oh.
So,
wow.
And the nice thing is we've already met a lot of businesses where they treat their clients to a lunch for 10 or 20 people. So it can be a small catering event, or it can be a few. We've done up to 900 people.
Wow.
That was our biggest catering event. We actually rented refrigerator trucks, and it was for a church, and it was what an exciting.
Really
So catering we love because then we get to meet the people. We get to go out in the community, and then people that normally don't know our stop meet us, and like the wonderful folks back there, I can see some of the other Oxford clients here. So catering I love because people that normally don't see us as a restaurant all of a sudden realize, hey, wow, we found a great new venue. Awesome. And it just gets bigger and better.
So if people are at GravCap and they want something to eat, they can come over and grab it and go back over?
I love it. My brother actually created a QR code that's on their table that says your beer needs barbecue. So
very nice.
It's nice to have someone in advertising in the family.
That's a good slogan.
Yeah. And if you're social media, follow us on Instagram and Facebook because we're always creating new. It's the best part about being a family restaurant because Brian, we go home and watch
Diners, Drives, and Drive.
That one.
Triple D.
Right.
When we're not here making food, we're home watching food. And so the nice thing is we're not a chain. So if we see something that grabs our eye, the three guys have gone to Texas on a couple occasions and met with the biggest pit bosses out there. And they love sharing secrets. They're like, we know you're not competing with us. We're in Texas. So let's show you how to do it right. And I think that's one of our best compliments. We'll get people that say, thank you for bringing Texas to us. I know what Texas barbecue is like, and you nailed it.
So what's your favorite sauce?
My favorite sauce is our first sauce we created, which is the Memphis bourbon. Romeo apple is still really big, so now we need to create an Oxford sauce. So let's get something saucy, Oxford. What do you need?
Very nice.
There is a pit fire heat, and then we create new stuff. Like when Peach Festival's out, we have a peach habanero or something. So there's always new things being created. We're fortunate enough to move into a place that has a pizza oven in the back. So now that we're kind of getting more acclimated with everyone, we're going to start pizza soon.
Nice. I heard your smash burger's great.
Oh, the smash burgers are fun. That's the Monday special.
Nice.
Half off sandwiches on Wednesdays is the new special, and there's always things happening on the weekend.
Wonderful.
Oh, Sunday, that's the new one.
$20 slab Sunday. Lions game, football, $20.
Perfect. That sounds great. Oh, yeah. All right. So, all right, we'll go to the official ribbon cutting here, and then we have a certificate we want to give you. So, on three, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Yay.
Thank you.
And I'll let our president of our chamber step forward here.
Oh, hi.
Hello there.
Terry, and here's your
Oh, that's
certificate.
fantastic.
Right. So,
So-
you're official.
Officially welcome to Oxford.
Oh, I appreciate
All right.
it. Thank you, Oxford.
All right, and then I think you have some samples for people inside.
We do have samples.
All right.
I got a couple group shots.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and supporting a new business.
So we're sitting here at K Block's Fire Pit Barbecue, and it's good to see an open house. It's much better to see a guy enjoying good food. So you are Kenneth, right?
Kenneth, yes.
All right, what's your last name, Kenneth?
Johnson.
Kenneth Johnson. All right. I'm sitting here with Kenneth Johnson, who has a very nice smile on his face. So, Kenneth, tell me if you would about the food and how'd you come to know about the place?
Well, when I was still working at Chrysler,
Yes, sir.
I had a van, so when we have our meetings and stuff, they would send me out to the other place, and I'd bring all the food back.
Nice.
So when I heard that they were coming here, I said, "Wow, okay, we'll have good barbecue. I don't have to go to Detroit or Pontiac to get good barbecue." So I've been here like 4 or 5. This will be the 6th time I've been here.
Well, that sounds like the best recommendation I could get. You keep coming back and coming back. So what's your favorite here, Kenneth?
Well, my favorite has always been ribs. Because without a gallbladder, you can't eat fried stuff. So ribs are barbecue. So anything barbecued, I love it. So and like they said, there's a fire pit place and they're pit masters.
Right.
So this is the place to be if you want real good barbecue, and it's right in the neighborhood.
It is hard to say it better than that. This is the place to go be if you want real barbecue. Thank you very much, Kenneth. I appreciate your
And
time.
it's in the neighborhood.
And it's in the neighborhood. Thank you. You heard it here. Stop by. Kendra, what a great day. What a great place. And the food is delicious.
Oh, my goodness. I wouldn't steer you wrong.
My mouth is happy to be here today. That's right.
Well, welcome. Glad you found us.
We're glad so, too. We've had the ribbon cutting, so now you're officially ribbon cutted. That's pretty cool.
We are welcome to the party,
Yes.
and we can't wait to feed you.
So what do the people out there, the fine folks in Oxford and Orion and the surrounding neighborhoods, need to know about your place that they don't know? How are they going to find out about this place, and what do they need to know?
If you're looking for good barbecue, obviously if you barbecue online and you'll hit K-Blocks, you'll find us that way through Google and Instagram. I highly recommend go look at those sites because you'll see our menu. It is a little different. We have 2 locations. One of them is out at 31 in Van Dyke, which is the larger of the 2 restaurants. We do have seating here though. So if you want to grab a lunch or dinner or a quick snack, come on in and join us here. We have several tables inside. We're big on carryout, I won't lie. That's especially on Sundays with our new rib special, $20 slab. Yeah, I heard there's a football game or 2 going on.
It's good.
But the nice thing is we're open at 11:30. So we're open for lunch, we're open for dinner, we're open for late night. So we're open till 9.
So who's your clientele so far? Who's been in? Young people or middle people or really old people like me? Or
You know what? We've had a wonderful mixed bag so far. I'd love to tell the teenagers it's the same price, if not cheaper, than fast food these days, and get something homemade.
Yep.
And it's not just barbecue. We have salads, we have rice bowls, we have chicken and waffles, and pizzas are coming soon.
good.
So it's not just barbecue, but barbecue's our key.
Part of the thing. How'd you get to barbecue? How did you get there? Because it's It's kind
Oh,
of
my
a
goodness.
delicate art, isn't it?
It is. My husband, God love him, he was a chef for over 30 years. His passion was barbecue,
got it.
and he went into sales because he was raising a son. And he and I met, and he was just doing a lot of cooking for our family because that was his passion. And by the time he had his third smoker at our house, my dad's like, we need to do something about this. So we started a food truck, and the food truck went crazy, but the food truck, oh my goodness, that's the hardest job I'll ever have. Well, we were both working full time and then doing food truck on the weekend. So there's a lot that people don't realize, all of the prep that goes into making everything for a food truck. So be good to food truck people. And that we actually had they call it a brick and mortar when you open a restaurant. And we had a source at an orchard ask us to move in, and we stayed there for a few months and then decided we needed a location that people could find us.
Yes.
So this is fantastic. Downtown Oxford, you can't miss us.
We are mighty glad.
We
that
also
you're here.
we actually have a few restaurants down here that they're bars that don't serve food. And we actually have QR codes on the table that we'll deliver right to the bar.
So how would that work if I was sitting in the bar, just in theory, if I was having some kind of liquid, how would I order food from you guys?
You literally look at the QR code. We have stickers on their table.
Very smart.
And it says your beer needs barbecue. And we get it, and you order it on your phone, and it's like DoorDash, and we DoorDash it
You dash
2
it.
doors down.
Not a long trip.
And you don't have to pay for the DoorDash fees.
Outstanding. All right. Well, I want to thank you for taking time. The place is lovely and the food is great. So
Thank you so much.
you and you and you and you and you might want to, for really good food, be here pretty soon, right?
Come join us. We'd love seeing new faces. Introduce yourself and let us know where you're from.
You can meet real K-Blocks, which is not so easy to do, right?
Real K-Blocks.
Thank you very much. I appreciate. We're here. We hope you come to Chuck Cameron, Oxford TV. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to Oxford Community Television. We are proud that our 4 communities continue to choose local programming, local news, sports, community issues, familiar faces, celebrations, and commitment to each other. Welcome to Oxford Community Television. Hi, everybody. I'm Terry Stiles with Oxford Community Television. And a couple weeks ago on the news, we did a story about Oxford Hearts for Helene. And it was a group of people in Oxford that Chris Atchison here organized, having stuff donated to go down to North Carolina and Tennessee and the people that were suffering from the 2 hurricanes that happened 2 or 3 weeks ago. Chris, how did that go? You took a group down there, didn't you?
We did. When we started this, it just snowballed, and we ended up getting 5 trailer loads of clothes, food, a lot of baby stuff. We had about 9 ton of animal food for dogs and cats that went down. And it was a remarkable thing that the community did. It was really heartwarming.
Yeah, I cried when I watched the video of everybody leaving. So how was that received down there? Do they really, was it really, really needed?
It's really needed. They have a building down there that's approximately 100 foot wide by 200 foot long, and it was stacked full of stuff. But when we got there on Tuesday, about 11 o'clock, they had 4 pickups with trailers that they were loading to go out. So we had to wait a little bit before they unloaded us. But we were welcomed with hugs and tears and thank yous, and it was just remarkable. And Pastor Tim down there from is the one I was in contact with, and he's just a wonderful, wonderful person.
So how did you make contact with somebody? How did you make a connection and know where to drop everything off?
There's a gentleman from the Lake Point. He was in touch with pastors. He's quite religious person, nice guy, Rob Longo, and he's the one that gave me a bunch of names, and so I just started calling around, and that's how we ended up in Greenville, Tennessee.
And you had a number of drop-off spots here, and then where was that housed until you were able to get it down to Tennessee?
Tim, well, I was housed at the Oxford golf course, and Tim and Jordan, they wonderful people. They did so much for me. I can't thank them enough. But we had the whole clubhouse. It was a sorting facility, and that's when we got everything sorted into men's, kids, and stuff like that, and then loaded it into the trailers.
Let's give your mother a pat on the back, too. Your 90-year-old mom.
95-year-old mother. She sorted every day from 10 to 3 or so, and had other women helping her. I don't know who all was there helping her, but I just want to thank all of them.
Yeah.
And then we had a gentleman, Jerry, that owns Carport Structures, gave us a fuel card
Isn't that something?
for all of our gas and fuel. So it was wonderful.
I can't tell you how many times I've said, boy, when the going gets rough, Oxford really, really bands together for people.
They do really. It's just remarkable. In Lake Orion too, we had so many people donate from Lake Orion that it's, of course, Lake Orion and Oxford's a community.
Yeah, right,
There's
right.
not a dividing line.
We're cousins.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So speaking of Lake Orion, there's still stuff here that we can see that we're sitting in front of. We are actually still in a 21-foot trailer.
There's a lady that's organizing another drive for Florida, and she's taking all the stuff that we had left over down there with her.
Oh, fantastic. All right. Well, we're going to wish them a good trip down there and safety. You guys had no problems, right?
No problems. No, real smooth. Everybody was team player.
Thanks, Chris. You are a stellar person in Oxford. You're always the first guy to step up and help out, and I really
like to be
can't thank you enough.
Scenes, not in front of the scenes. So you're lucky this is happening.
It's rare that we got Chris in front of this camera, but thank you. And I'm thanking you for the whole community.
And I appreciate that. I do.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jebediah Calhoun. I'm here at Matador Farms. They have an event today for riders for jumping. So we're going to go take a look at what they're doing and talk to some people, get some insight about what they're doing today. Hi, everyone. I'm Jebediah Calhoun. I'm here with Aaron Goss, a trainer at Matador Farms. Hi, Aaron. Can you tell me a bit about the training program?
So, here at Matador Farms, I'm actually part of the beginner riding school, which is based around teaching students their first experiences with horses, from grooming and leading and tacking to doing everything from horse showing out here. So, it's every student's first experience with a horse, or even students with just a little bit of experience get to grow and train a little bit more. And it's also such a pleasure to get to work with such a great team of horses as well.
The horses were so sweet. I met Wesley today, and he was a bundle of joy. He was so sweet. Can you tell me a bit about, you were helping with beginners, but, like, what age range would you say that beginners range from?
So I have students as young as 5, not necessarily competing over any fences, but just getting led around the ring and learning the basics of riding and, getting to bond with the horse a little bit. But I also have students as old as 60 and 70 learning to ride for the first time as adults as well.
Can you guide us a bit about how that process looks like? Like, if you're like an adult and you're coming in and you want to get acquainted with horses?
Yeah, so it's as simple as signing up for your first lesson. If you have an interest and you have the time to come down for a lesson, we'd be happy to have you. Anyone of any age over 5 is generally welcome to take weekly lessons, and each lesson is a different experience to learn and go with your horse.
Perfect. And do you need to have your own horse, or do you guys provide like temporary horses to ride?
Absolutely not. We have a bunch of different lesson horses of all different ages, skills, and levels that are appropriate for a multitude of students.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Is there anything else that you'd like to add about the training process that we haven't necessarily glossed over?
I just want to say it's always such a pleasure to get to teach students at that beginner stage. They make a lot of progress and they learn and grow so quickly. I think that's the most exciting part about teaching beginners, is just how much they can learn and how fast they can grow as riders.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd like to add just in general to the audience, people at home watching?
I just wanted to say a big thank you for everyone who has made my experience so wonderful and given me every opportunity out here. I've been truly grateful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No problem. Hi, everyone. I'm Jebediah Calhoun. I'm here with Stephen Bergosian. Hi, Stephen. Do you mind telling me a bit about the rider's experience coming into here for Matador Farms for the first time?
Hey, Jeb. Yeah, sure. So we run a beginner program and a more advanced novice program over here, and we're hosting what we call a schooling show for kids that are starting to dip their feet in the sport, pretty much. So it's very friendly to the family and to low-level riders.
Perfect. Is that what we're doing here today?
So the main event for today is jumpers, which is an Olympic sport. Okay. And it's pretty much jumping over fences, not knocking them down, and going as fast as you can.
Okay. So trying to complete the course in a certain amount of time?
Yes, sir. Usually whoever goes fastest wins the class.
Okay, perfect. Have you ever competed in a jumping contest like this?
Yes, I am mostly riding the jumpers because where I'm from, we only have the jumpers. There's also what we held yesterday is called the Hunters, which is not based on the speed. Pretty much, it's more of subjective. You're being judged of how your horse goes, not necessarily how fast.
Okay, yeah.
So it's a little different. It's different sport, but it's both jumping horses over fences.
Right, very similar, but
Yeah.
slightly different.
Yeah.
I see. So you've been, like I said, you were an experienced rider. You've been riding for quite a while. Would you mind telling us what brought you here to Matador Farms?
Yeah, sure. So I grew up riding since I was 10 years old. And when I graduated from veterinary school in Argentina, I wanted to pursue my professional riding career.
Yeah.
So I found a job in Texas, lived there for 2 years, and then Jess found me and brought me up to Michigan last year. So I've been here for a year now.
Wow, so she found you, huh? That's pretty impressive.
Facebook will do wonders.
I'm sure. That's really cool. So you're from Argentina, so there's obviously a much warmer climate there. Would you mind telling us the difference between riding in such a warmer climate?
Sure, yeah. So the main difference is that we ride through the winter. That's when our season takes place.
Okay.
Here, it's more riding during the summer. That's when all the shows are, obviously because of the snow.
Right.
But it does make a big difference when you're riding mares, for example, because horses will not have their reproductive cycle in the winter. So that makes mares a little more quiet and a little easier to ride.
Oh.
But yeah, that's the main difference, is spicier horses during the winter.
Okay.
But at the same time, it allows you to handle your mares a little better.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Interesting. That's an interesting cycle, insight into the cycle of horses. So would you mind telling me, are you guys open during the winter, or do you guys close down?
Yes, we do keep our program running during the winter. We have 2 indoor arenas. We have one on the Matador Farm side, which is the same property, but that's where we keep our most advanced riders and horses.
Okay.
And we also have a beginner program with an indoor on this side too. So we go all year round.
Wow, that's awesome. I never even knew that.
Yep.
That's really cool. Is there anything else that you'd like to add for the people at home watching?
Yes, get around horses. It will teach you discipline. It will teach you how to manage your emotions, and it will make you a hard worker.
Yeah, they're such rewarding creatures. I met Wesley today, and I was telling Aaron about that, and he was just...
They are very noble and kind animals. We're very lucky to have them around.
Oh, I totally agree. They're beautiful, beautiful creatures. Thank you so much for the interview,
My
Stephen.
pleasure,
I appreciate
sir.
it.
Thank
you
you
so much. All right, everyone. We talked to Aaron and Steven, and we got some insight on being a trainer and a rider. We learned that they are still open over the winter season, so if you are interested in becoming a beginner rider, and it does not matter how old you are, they have 2 indoor arenas that you can come in, you probably might not start out as jumping, but, start out as a rider, get your foot in the ground, start getting to know your horse, and start jumping and being participating in events like this. Contests, they let people race and as a time limit. And it's a beautiful event. It's gorgeous out here. And, the trainers are all so sweet. A beautiful staff here. It's a beautiful, beautiful place to be. I'm always appreciative to be here. I'm Jebediah Calhoun. Thank you for tuning into OCTV.